holy crap, I'm alone right now. Like, I'm really, really alone right now. If anything happened to me, I don't think anyone would know for like a day or two. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am doing the ever requested video to talk about moving it on your own and living alone and all of the tips that I have for you guys. If you guys aren't following me already, I'm going to leave my Twitter and my Instagram right here on the screen so you guys can go ahead, click away, and come follow me. So without further ado, let's jump into my tips on living alone. So for those of you guys that don't know, I actually recently moved out into my first apartment all by myself back in March of this year. So when it comes to tips that I have found have helped me, things that I've kind of come to terms with or noticed since living alone, the first tip I have for you guys is if you can, get a pet. Bentley is honestly like, he pretty much is like my roommate. But having a pet, having someone to take care of, having somebody that enjoys your space with you makes it feel so much less alone. And if you can't get like a dog or cat, I'm serious, even just to get a fish, just someone to talk to, you know, just to be like, hey, making spaghetti for dinner, are you okay with that? I know you're not gonna have any, but you know, I just still want to take you into consideration. There are so many circumstances that I think I would have felt so much more alone in this apartment if it weren't for the fact that I had Bentley. Like just watching TV on the weekends, or you know, early Sunday mornings, or nights where I'm working really late and I know that like everybody's off living their own lives. It's like Bentley's there. If you're living alone and you can get a pet, just don't second guess it. Do it. It's honestly the best thing, I think, for anyone that's living alone. The second tip I have for you guys is to make routines, whether it's a morning routine, a night routine, weekend routine, Friday routine. Just come up with as many routines as possible, because when you've established some sort of routine and some sort of like comfort level in the flow that is your life, I find that there's a lot less time spent kind of wondering what everybody else is doing or noticing like how alone we are. So when you have a morning routine, you wake up, it's just you in your apartment and you brew yourself some coffee and you play your favorite music as loud as you want because you don't have a roommate telling you to turn it down. Having routines and doing certain little things that are just for you every single day, you're just kind of like, it just makes it a lot easier living alone. Gets you more comfortable with the fact that you are on your own and you have your own routine and it's just, you know, your own day-to-day life. I feel like I've said, you know, a lot in this video already. My third tip is to spend some time on your hobbies. If you're living alone, odds are times that you would have hung out with your roommate or your brother or your sister or whoever else it was that you used to live with, you can use that time now towards hobbies and things that you've kind of put on the back burner. Whether that be learning an instrument, reading books, getting really into TV shows and movies that you're just obsessed with, making a YouTube channel, or writing, or just anything, literally any hobby that you have. Anytime you feel alone, just spend time doing that hobbies. Keep your mind busy, keep your life going, like keep growing and learning more about yourself. You won't have time to realize how lonely you feel if you're constantly spending any extra time you have doing the things that you love to do. Tip number 4 is to reach out to your friends and constantly make plans. It can be ridiculously easy when living alone to kind of seclude yourself and pull away from people and kind of expect them to reach out to you, but you have to keep yourself out there. You have to continue to make plans with friends. Continue, even if you don't live around any of the people that you know, if you've moved out of town, make plans for a Skype date, make plans for a FaceTime, things like that that are going to keep you connected to your friends and your family. My 5th tip is to get out of the house. Now this could be getting a gym membership, take yourself out to the movies, go for a walk, go for a drive, just get yourself out. I find, especially for me, because I work from home too, get that cabin fever, and I notice that I haven't talked to anyone really all day. So if you make sure that you're getting out of the house, even if it's to run and go grab some groceries or grab a coffee and just see the barista's face and say hi, getting outside of my space every now and then makes it so that coming home is such a comforting feeling. Like going out with friends or going to the gym, things like that, I come home and I just feel like I can completely recharge again in my own space. And then my last and final tip is to enjoy it. Honestly, there's gonna come a day where maybe you're married, or you're living with a boyfriend, or you have kids, or you're way further down the line in life, and you're gonna look back, you're gonna miss this independence and this freedom and just being able to be on your own and get to know yourself and put yourself first. And living alone is the perfect time to do that. Because there's no one around for you to constantly put your attention on, this is a perfect time to just put your attention on yourself. I know living alone can seem scary and it can seem lonely, but just find a way to enjoy it as much as you can. Find a way to enjoy your own company, get into your hobbies, and be, like I said, a little bit selfish, because the more present we are within each chapter, the less we're going to feel guilty about missing it later on in life. So even when it's hard, even when it's lonely, even when it's scary, enjoy it. I think everyone should have a chance to live alone, even if it's just for a few months, because the things you will learn and the experience you will gain from it is insane. So that was it for my tips in terms of moving out on your own. If you guys have anything to add, as always, be sure to comment it down below. I hope you guys enjoyed and that I gave you some sort of piece of advice to walk away from this. So, yep. I love you guys to the moon and back, and I will see you guys all in tomorrow's video. Bye, guys.